Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. It's 10 after 10. So the first, call it the first 40 minutes of the New York session is done. I've been sitting on a videotaping this and running commentary on it for since the open actually. I sat together through the first 10-minute bar with you and what have you, but nothing setting up here for me. And so I just dumped the video. Still learning the record if anybody wants to hear my thoughts, but in my files I should say. But I'm not going to post it. It's just too much of a grind, and it's quite boring, quite frankly. But they're on demand if anybody wants to hear my commentary from this morning. So now I'm going to put you on pause. I'm waiting for this to kind of set up here. That was the Dow. This, of course, is the S&P. I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute here for a moment. Yeah. Let's watch the 15, and then the Nasdaq. Just an extended move, and anybody who knows my model of the trading world knows that I don't enter on moves like that. And so it's just a waiting game at this point. Some traders would get FOMO seeing a move like that and not being a part of it. I do not. For the most part, I don't really have any feelings about it because I know that another move is around the corner. And as many of you know, I'm not seeking the biggest move, all of the move, the entire move, any of it. I'm only seeking the most certain move, and that might be 20, 30 points on the Dow, 40, 50, 60 points in the Dow. It doesn't have to be the entire 100, 200, whatever it might be for that particular move. And I'll put you on pause now, guys, and I will bring you back. Pause. All right, guys, we're back. Seeing this rejection here. Notice I put that horizontal line there. A wicks rejecting. Two rejection wicks. Now this is a 15-minute chart. This is the 30-minute chart. 15, 10. Watching the 10 now. Revising my zones down on the 10, guys. Just seeing something here developing. Taken one trade today already in the UK session. It lasted over 2 hours and 20 minutes, I believe. Super grindy trade. Eventually it worked out for 30 points on the Dow. That was a Dow short from up here. Here, actually. That's the video beside this one on YouTube. Let's check out the S&P. Lots of blue horizontal lines today. It's not something I do every day because it's just not necessary. There's been some very clean, you see these clean moves down here, and now all of a sudden we have these kinds of choppy moves here on the 10-minute chart at the very least. You'll see something similar on the 15-minute, of course. There it is. And even on the 30. Boom, boom. Those wicks. Very important. Nasdaq. Watching. S&P. Watching. Nothing here for me. The Dow actually looking the most interesting, looking like it wants to potentially reverse. I'm moving this zone, guys, so let me just put that back where it was. This one has now become completely irrelevant. Moving it over, because now the next stop on the upside would be here, right? So this doesn't matter anymore. So if prices were to go up from here, current action, where would they potentially stop? Here. When I say stop, it doesn't mean they have to move to there and then reject all the way down, but this is a point of decision. The market then decides if it wants to reverse, or if it wants to continue, or if it wants to go sideways. It has three options. This zone marker is telling me to observe and react. That's all. Observe and react. Nothing relevant happening here. I'll put you back on pause. All right, guys, back with you watching a break of structure now on the Dow in particular. You see it happening here. Let me just try to show this to you here. S&P. Weak structure here on the NAS. But all of them considering telling us the same thing. I say considering because they're very indecisive at this point. There's no trade entry here for me at this point. But it's worth watching. This is the 1 minute chart with VWAP. And back to my trading screen. Very messy. This is a 2 minute chart on the right hand side. Daily is in top left. Inside candle. All right, this is an inside bar inside of yesterday's amplitude, marked by the low and the high with horizontal lines. Put you on pause. Watching, guys. Dow has broken structure. S&P and NAS has not, so I'm not touching this. I'd want to see a consensus of the entire North American marketplace, American in particular. Here we go. This could be it, though, guys. I said though, I know. I said it twice. I'm not sure why. All right, watching closely now. Dropping down to the 15-minute chart. Dropping down to the 10-minute chart. Dropping down to the 5. Buy stop limit, guys, right now. Live buy stop order above this wick right here. See it there? This is the Dow. I'm looking for 40 points. Slightly negative RR, nothing wrong with that. You drop to the, or move up to the 10 for a moment. Yeah, I'm okay with that. dropping it slightly. I'm going to stay on the 10-minute chart here, guys. It's just a little easier to see. It will be 30 points. Just thinking this through based on, by the way, my one eye is on this, and my other eye, obviously not exactly, is on this screen here. I'm watching what's happening here on the NASDAQ and the S&P, both of which are failing to follow through here. If they do, good things happen. These two are holding back the Dow. Of course, they're all holding back each other, but you need to think of it in a way, in a narrative that makes sense to you, and that will give you consistent results if that narrative was actually true. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, we'll be doing more on that content. Watching now. Bringing you back to the daily. And remember, the daily is this indecisive inside bar, but it is white still. In other words, it's trying to flip bullish. White in my coloring is an up candle, right? Blue is a down candle. And so this is giving us a little bit of a clue. If it flips blue, of course, then this thing's going lower. And I'd be looking for shorts, certainly not looking for longs. So it's an appointed decision right now. Yeah, guys, I'm going to show you something here. See these three sisters? I am actually not liking what I'm seeing here. This could explode at any moment to the upside, in which case I should be there for this trade, but I'm not going to. I'm going to delete this. I think I'm trying a little bit too hard on this one. I'm just catching myself doing that in real time. Now, even if this flips up and it becomes a really great long, it's not so compelling that it's grabbing me by the you-know-what and forcing me in. And so I'm not going to take it. I'm looking for optimal setups only in my trading. And I'm actually, if I'm being honest with myself here on this Friday, I'm actually feeling like this is suboptimal. And I'm just trying a little too hard. I want a little bit of action here. I've got a group of over 400 people. I want to show them a nice trade. But that's not the reason to trade. Actually, I just sent out a note to them as we speak. Imagine coming into your trading day with the explicit goal of taking no trades unless the setup is so compelling that the market leaves you with no choice. I just sent that out at 10:23. It's now 10:28 or 10:29. And here I am realizing or recognizing that I'm trying a little bit too hard. Funny that, right? I think sometimes your subconscious mind brings you ideas to share when you need to hear them more than the listener, right? Maybe we need to be the listener sometimes of our own message, and I think that's what's happening here, quite frankly. At the risk of sounding woo, but I believe it to be true. I'm going to put you on pause now, guys. Here we go. And we're back. Now we're getting the breakdown. Let me show you the three sisters. Failure, failure, and failure here. Did not break structure. Thankfully, I did not get suckered in to this move here on the Dow. And the reason I didn't was because I was looking for confirmation and confluence from the other two sisters. Probably, possibly saved me from a loss there, right? Watching now. This is the 10-minute chart, 15-minute, 30-minute chart. Dow. Let's go back to the 15. Let's go back to the 10. Drop down to the 5. Nothing here for me. Staying on the 30. Just being true to the model. Not going to try too hard. See this zone here? Just like the other chart I showed you. Moving it up to here. That's the next stop. NASDAQ, See this one here? Moving it up. And completion. And pause now, guys. And back here, guys, just looking to take it short right now. I'll explain the trade in a moment. And right, limit order there. And in, guys, in now. Stop just above. It's a very, very tight stop. Looking for 25 points here. Just basically a retest of the low. Right now, watching now, looking for 25 points. Tightening my stop to 11 points now. Managing this very, very quickly, as you can see. Here we go. Second trade of the day. First one was in the UK. Session, of course, that's what I meant. I wasn't in the UK. I'm in the New York zone. All right, watching now. So daily flipping bearish. It is a blue candle now. Inside bar to yesterday's wide-ranging bar. Bearish daily, bearish breaking zones on the 30-minute, and of course bearish after a pullback on the 1-minute chart. Going to manage this very, very quickly and tightly if I get a chance to. Whippy. Whippy, whippy. Watching super closely on this one. Stop the break even now. Stop the break even. Looking for 25 points on this. Still a high chance of being stopped out of break even, and that's okay. Here it comes. This is a trend continuation trade, guys. Tcon. Again, bearish daily flip. Break on the 30. Very high chance of being stopped out here at break even. I'm willing to take it here on this Whippy Friday. Locked in a zero cost opportunity now. Of course, there was open risk on the initiation of the trade, but it's now been reduced to zero. The only way I'll lose anything now is if there was an explosive move and there was some kind of slippage. Thankfully, my broker has very good spreads and commissions, and I typically don't worry too much about that here on this liquid futures market. Patiently waiting now. My stop remains at break even, guys. I'm just going to shift it up so I can actually see it, but it's at break even on my actual account. Just wanted to show the marker for, and we're done, guys. 25 points. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your support. Click the like button if you don't mind, and we will talk to you soon. Take care now.